and welcome to Transform Your Business episode 8. Yes, we're on episode 8 already this far into the year, and this is all about nurture. So this month we've been talking about the customer journey, taking from attraction through that sales process and setting the expectation to delivering the customer experience and making sure that delivery totally matched their expectations and delivering just a little bit extra to exceed their expectations. And now we've exited from delivering your products and services, whatever that means in your business, which will be different for everybody. And then now we're moving this area called nurture, because once they've finished being your customer, whilst you've got them in your hands and you're delivering your product or service, and remember, even if that is just a simple purchase of a transaction, after that, you've got to do something to sustain that relationship with them, enhance it, make it better so that they buy from you again, whether it's the same product or it's a different product. Now, the process of nurture is never ending. It's something that exists throughout the whole customer journey, but I've been talking about it as if it's this thing that just is at the end. It's not, it's something that goes throughout the whole journey. And nature is nurture is the process of deepening the relationship with your customer. Now, the definition I use for brand, which is actually a definition I got from my really good friend, Glenn Burgess, was this idea that your brand is everything that influences the relationship between your consumer and your products and services. So that's everything that influences the relationship. And nurture, if you like, is the mechanism we use to build on that relationship. Now, to me, there's a few purposes that nurture fulfills for the business and for you, between you and your customer. First of all, it helps build trust. If you nurture your customer properly, what you're doing is having a conversation with them that is enabling them to trust you more. It's a way to discover more about your customer. So by being in dialogue with your customer in some form, you get to have questions, you get to get answers, you get to further and deepen your knowledge about your customer, which helps to further and deepen the relationship about your customer. And this deepening of the relationship is what we're trying to do through nurture the whole time. It's an opportunity to inform and educate your customer, not just about when things go wrong, but to inform them about things that may be of interest to them. Again, which is putting you in a position where you're becoming this trusted advisor for your customer. And nurture is this way of making you get to that position for your customer so that they come to you with questions, with challenges about their business that you may be able to help solve through your products or services or the things that you can do for them. And what you're trying to do the whole time is move your customer effortlessly onwards in their journey with you. And their journey with you may be a short journey or a long journey, it doesn't matter, but it's moving them on to the next obvious step that actually what they're going to take with you. So it's trying to find the next logical step. But all of that is about creating rapport with your consumer, your customer. So what do I mean by rapport? Well, it's got to be engaging. It's got to engage them in you, in your story, in what's going on, in the possibility of the relationship you have with them and what that relationship represents. It's got to be consistent. They've got to become and rely upon you. I mean, I'm away on holiday at the minute, but the consistent delivery of the Transform Your Business episodes is happening in my absence because they've been pre-recorded, they've been put on the Facebook page. So if you're expecting it, here it is. It's live recorded on Monday morning at 6:30, and the resources are there in the groups. So this is something that is absolutely critical when you're delivering a business service or product. It's got to be consistent. And there's got to be, within that process, an opportunity for them to share and to have dialogue with you, to communicate with you so that you can listen. And it's a way for you to respond to feedback from your customer. And all the time, what you're doing is taking them on a journey and introducing the next logical step or offering to them the next logical step. But it's an opportunity for them to share, and it's a logical step for them, not you. That's the key thing about nurture. It's all about your customer. It's not about you. It's all about them. So you're nurturing the relationship with them by delivering stuff that's engaging, consistent, opportunistic. It's all about them, not you. And if you get this right, now in Interaction, we are using nurture to create a bit of intrigue, maybe a bit of motivation towards taking the next step. We might be stimulating them with some story or challenging them in some way to step up to some things. But often challenge in the attraction stage might be a bit more sort of soft challenge, it's not necessarily a hard challenge. And what you're trying to do, you're using nurture in the process of attraction to inspire your customer to take action, and that action is going to be obviously to commit to consume your products and services, and that would lead into the expectation area. Now in the expectation area, you're using your nurturing processes to handle objections, to focus them on the expectation that you want them to have. It's setting the culture that your business is going to deliver, so it's setting up the culture and environment that they're going to experience from you so they're ready for it. And it might be introducing personalities or characteristics or the culture of your business. When we get to delivery, nurture now becomes something that's helping guide the customer, informing them, giving them questions that enable you to deliver better. It empowers them to take action, it inspires them, it may soothe them. It may also connect and engage them with individual members of your team or bits of processes that you do in your business. So nurture is now a very close link about creating that connection and building that connection. And after the exit, nurture is creating the possibility of what it is to become your best customer. What's to come next? It's belonging to your business, to your world. It's the partnership, it's the connection, it's the appreciation, and really importantly, it's listening to your customer. So the nurture process is always about doing things that are enhancing their experience and deepening your connection, your relationship with them. And nurture must be present in every single moment of the customer journey. Even if it's just a cheery hello, that welcome hello, or it may be just that phone call that they get, or it's something that happens in every single step that the customer knows that you're focused on them. They know that they are in your eye, they are there, and you are listening and working with them. So nurture can take on many forms, as you've probably guessed. So it can be in the form of content, which would be storytelling or information or things that engage people in that way. It could be through people. So nurture can be delivered by your character, by the people around you that are interesting and engaging for the customer. That is nurture. It can be material. It could be a little extra that they're given that they weren't expecting, that again deepens the relationship. Now I'm not talking about big things here. That would be crass and boring and trying to buy your customer. No, I'm talking about the little detail things that really make a difference. So somebody who does something or adds a little bit extra, or just makes sure that the product or the service is delivered and there's a little bit of more comfort delivered to the customer. And then there's the emotional part. So feeling connected, feeling that they belong, feeling that you care about the outcome is really important. And finally is this interaction part of nurture. The interaction where the customer gets to give you feedback and you get to respond to that feedback in some way. Now, they may give you criticism. That needs to be dealt with in a particular way. But if you're getting criticism, that is dealt with within the nurture process, because it is something that if somebody criticizes you, or if you've got something wrong and you handle it well, what you've done is you've deepened your relationship and you've deepened the level of trust, because something went wrong, you haven't denied it, you've actually gone and worked at making it better. So what are the things that really have to be present for a good nurture process or a nurture approach? First of all, there's got to be a consistent voice. The nurture has to come from a consistent place. And you've worked on that consistent place in the first month of this Transform Your Business series by working out your purpose, your vision and your values. Those are really where you stand as a business. That is where your business voice comes from. Then it's the behavior you want to have your people deliver to customers and the standards you deliver. Now, you may not have quite worked those out yet, but we're going to be working on that in further months through the year. But the behavior standards and the physical standards you have to your business are also really important parts of the voice. And when you get that all right, you can start to bring that about, because You as the leader of the business will be following the principles of nice leadership and bringing this all together in a way that enables your people, including you, to deliver consistent voice, consistent standards, consistent behaviour to your customers all the way through. Now, please use the resources that are available to you this month in the groups, because they are there to really help you overcome the challenges of identifying and designing your customer journey. So use those resources, really get in there. If you've got any experiences that you want to share in the group by what you discovered by finding out about this, opportunities you may have discovered now to actually offer new products and services to your customers because you've seen gaps in the journey, things that you could charge genuinely for because you're delivering extra value, and it may be value that your customers want to pay for, because that's all about the customer journey. You identify gaps and holes in it that you can fill with products or services or additional things, which gives an upsell opportunity to your customers. You're in this business to make money for yourself, but to make money out of delivering great experiences to your customers. Now, if you haven't got the answer, you may see someone else has asked a question. Get into dialogue in the group, ask questions in the group. Other people will jump in and hopefully answer. And even while I'm away, I'll be doing that, and I have been doing that, and looking at people's answers and making comments. And get involved, really get involved. And if you are stuck, then please book a breakthrough call with me. They're only £45 for 45 minutes. You can book it through the Facebook page To Be To Serve or in the Facebook group. And when you do that, we'll be able to work on the thing that you are stuck on so that we can get you in action really quickly. That's the whole purpose of those calls. Next month, we're moving on to measurement and performance, because that's the bit that we've got to focus on if we want to continue to improve our business. Because if we don't measure something, we don't measure where we are now and where we've got to and the things that are going on in between, then we can get a big surprise at the end of the month where, oh, the thing didn't happen. So we need to know how we measure our progress through the months, and therefore we can continually refine the processes we have and develop new ways of moving forward quickly. So get ready for next month when we start to look at measurement and performance, and please share this with people that you know. Share the fact that we're doing this Transform Your Business series this year. Remember, it's free. All they have to do is join into the Facebook group on the From Survival to Success for Entrepreneurs, or the LinkedIn group for Nice Leadership, and that's where the videos do get posted after they've been on this page, the To Be To Serve page, for a short while. All the resources are in the groups as well, so if they want to take advantage of the resources, get them to join those groups. Just ask to join and you'll be let in. That's the whole point of the groups. They're there for building this community where people can start to understand how to lead their businesses through nice leadership and develop amazing resources that deliver fantastic results for your customers. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed this month. I look forward to seeing you at the beginning of March when we're going to start looking at the whole measurement and performance thing. So crack on, use the resources, share in the group what you found out, and look forward to seeing you next month. Bye for now.